We'll start this morning with some big breaking news, positive news.
As the race to the 2026 FIFA World Cup intensifies, the focus now shifts to the nations on the brink of qualification. With the expanded format set to feature 48 teams, more countries than ever before have a realistic chance of securing a place on the grandest stage in football. Qualifiers across continents are beginning to take shape, and while some nations have already booked their tickets, others are on the verge of joining them. The question now is, which nation could be next to qualify for the World Cup in Europe? The competition remains as fierce as ever. Traditional powerhouses like France, England, Portugal, and Germany have dominated their respective groups and are widely expected to qualify without much drama. However, the real intrigue lies among the emerging nations making a serious statement during this qualification campaign. One such team is Scotland. Under Steve Clarke, the Scots have transformed into a disciplined, tactically aware unit capable of competing with anyone on their day. Their impressive performances in Euro 2024 qualifying carried over into the World Cup qualifiers, with big wins and solid defensive displays putting them in a commanding position. A few more positive results could see Scotland become one of the first European nations to punch their ticket to North America. Elsewhere, in South America, the usual suspects Brazil, Argentina, and Uruguay are cruising through qualification as expected. Argentina, the reigning world champions, continue to dominate under Lionel Scaloni, showing both flair and efficiency. Brazil, despite a few inconsistent performances, remain one of the continent's strongest sides, boasting a new generation of stars eager to make their mark. But the real story could be Colombia. After missing out on Qatar 2022, Colombia have bounced back impressively, led by Luis Diaz and James Rodriguez, combining experience with youthful energy. With their current momentum, Colombia could very well be the next South American nation to confirm qualification. Their mix of attacking verve and defensive organization has reignited belief among fans, and their consistency in key matches might just seal their return to the world stage sooner rather than later. Africa's qualification journey has always been unpredictable, and with the continent now having 9 automatic qualification slots, the race is more open than ever. Nations like Morocco and Senegal, who impressed in recent tournaments, are favorites to qualify early. Morocco's incredible run to the semifinals of the 2022 World Cup has given them both confidence and identity, making them one of the most complete teams in African football. With players like Achraf Hakimi, Hakim Ziyech, and Sofiane Amrabat in top form, they are dominating their group with ease and could be the next African team to confirm qualification. Senegal, led by Sadio Mane and bolstered by a new generation of talent, are also closing in, but Morocco's consistency and depth might see them mathematically qualify first. In Asia, Japan and South Korea are once again setting the pace. Japan's footballing project continues to bear fruit, as they combine European-based talent with domestic stars to form one of their strongest squads ever. Their relentless pressing, quick passing, and tactical intelligence have made them almost unstoppable in Asian qualifiers. Having already brushed aside several opponents with commanding victories, Japan are on track to be one of the earliest teams from Asia to secure a spot in the 2026 tournament. South Korea, too, are performing well under their new setup, but Japan's near-perfect start suggests they could be the next Asian nation to officially qualify. In North America, the excitement is slightly different, as the host nations the United States, Mexico, and Canada have already secured automatic qualification. That leaves the rest of the CONCACAF region battling for limited spots. Costa Rica, Panama, and Jamaica are leading the charge. Of these, Jamaica's resurgence has been one of the most fascinating stories. With a mix of Premier League talent and local stars, the Reggae Boys have been turning heads in the qualifiers. Their attacking flair, spearheaded by Michail Antonio and Leon Bailey, coupled with a growing sense of discipline in defense, has made them serious contenders to return to the World Cup. If their form continues, Jamaica could be the next team from the region to confirm their place in 2026, which would mark a historic moment for Caribbean football. In Oceania, New Zealand remain the dominant force. With the region still struggling for parity, the All Whites are once again clear favourites to represent Oceania at the World Cup. The expanded format benefits them greatly, as they now have a more straightforward path through the intercontinental playoffs. Given their current form and experience, New Zealand could soon secure their position in the global showpiece once the Oceania qualifiers conclude. As for the outsiders, nations like Uzbekistan, Norway, and Burkina Faso continue to dream big. Norway, despite having world-class talents like Erling Haaland and Martin Ødegaard, are still fighting to find consistency. A late surge could change their fortunes, but they remain on the edge. Meanwhile, Uzbekistan's steady rise in Asian football has seen them challenge traditional powerhouses and could finally deliver their first ever World Cup appearance. The road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup is filled with drama, emotion, and dreams. Every nation wants to be part of the expanded tournament that will take place across the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Based on current standings and form, the next nation to qualify could well come from either Europe or Asia, most likely Scotland or Japan. Both have shown dominance, cohesion, and tactical intelligence that set them apart in their respective continents. Whether it's a European underdog making history or an Asian powerhouse confirming expectations, each qualification moment brings the world closer to another unforgettable World Cup. And as the countdown continues, football fans everywhere are keeping their eyes fixed on the next country ready to book their ticket to North America in 2026.